Joe, can you catch us up what you've done this morning? And why you're doing it and all that, just to catch up.
I killed all the lock washers in the front end of it. I took this water pipe off because you had to do that. I'm going to leave it off so I can get the blower off so I can check it for clearance and make sure it's going to be survive.
So you're just doing a little maintenance basically.
Cleaning up the rough edges.
Yeah, that's good. So you took the governor off?
Yeah, I took it off. We discovered it's a single weight governor.
Single weight governor. And then we're going to order some
set of weights to make a double weight out of it, so it'll be easier to get along with.
Okay. And what is the reason behind that? Did we talk about that on the video?
I'm not sure. Single weight governors don't have a real good. They don't have a set of idle weights to control the engine speed at idle. Single weight governors are prone to just dying at idle. If you let off the throttle real fast, if
it just goes all the way.
They'll just quit running. They just quit running.
I've heard them do that.
Double weight's got a set of weights for that. It's that speed, and they'll give the rack full rack to keep them running. Where the single weights there's nothing there, they'll just die.
So we're gonna get on the phone and see if we can order all the parts we need.
Yeah.
A few other things, and we'll go through all that. So you took that little pipe off.
Yeah.
That goes from here.
I gotta have it off to get the blower off.
Goes from here to here.
Yeah, it's a bypass line.
Bypass line. Okay, good.
Bypasses the thermostats and it circulates the water in the motor until it gets up to operating temperature, and then the thermostat.
Then everything opens up.
Well, the thermostat opens and lets water from the radiator in.
Yeah. All right. Cool. All right. Sorry you had a cold night.
Yeah. We're in the high mountain country, so it wasn't as bad as Prescott, Arizona. It was 8 below zero overnight, and 8 o'clock in the morning it was 4 below zero.
Oh, you put this guy on.
Put the bottom water neck on.
Gasket in there, and
we
changed the
got
washers.
To make it.
Yeah. You raised the engine up a little bit, I see.
Yeah, because I had to get this off. It was sitting on the blocks.
Okay.
So it's all. I think we'll get the pan on it. I don't know if we want to run it. Well, we can set it there and let it run, and then I'd like to put it and set it in the cradle before I get going and get the blower.
Yeah, I want to get it in the cradle too. I want to.
Okay.
I want to get that.
Well, you got room again.
Yeah.
You can work in here.
Yeah. Okay, I'll let you get back to it.
Okay.
Appreciate you.
I just run this wire through the cylinder head and put that part on there and run it to the first solenoid, and then run the jumper wire back to the second one.
Because we're fixing it with the long bros.
with Joe.
Yeah.
Because he's a mason.
No.
My grandpa.
I think it came from Mauser.
Anyway, Mike, since I'm going to tell you what Joe told me, since he shortcutted it with you. What you do is we're hooking these back here, and you turn the screw around so it's easier to.
On this one, so you can. Because you can't get
to
that one. Well, you can get to that one from the back side.
Okay.
But this one you can't get, so I turn the screw around this way so you can get to it. And then all we got to do is put turkey bands on the wires.
Film that.
So they
turkey bands, is that what you call them?
Huh?
Turkey bands
I'll show you
on the wire,
I don't have any little ones.
so it doesn't fall down in here
Yeah.
and wear out somehow or whatever.
Yeah.
And he said that doesn't happen. That it's pretty good about not happening, but you'll know when they go bare or something because your jakes will go. How's that?
Close enough.
Is that the technical name for them?
Yeah.
The turkey band?
Yep.
It is not.
I call them tie straps.
Yeah.
You can call them whatever you want, but the turkey bands.
You ever tied a turkey up with one?
They work around the legs. You want to try one?
Yeah. Oh, I've had it around my wrist.
Yeah.
We won't talk about that.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
All right, let's go.
Well, this story, speaking of that, I had handcuffs. They weren't turkey bands. Anyway, I was sitting in the back of the car with no clothes on.
Oh, that's special.
That doesn't sound good, Mike.
That sounds like a bad day.
It was a bad day.
So if you got something oddball you haven't sold that's laying on the shelf that's got the right weights in it, I'll be tickled. And that could be 371, 471.
So what are we up to there?
Lots of money.
How much?
944.
This had a big. Did you see what I did? Did you see this when I did this?
A little bit.
Yeah. Yeah, it was pretty dented up. The ends, the sides, everything. You cannot take this. You'd ruin my page up.
You can take them out. It wouldn't run it.
No, you can do whatever you want.
But anyway.
Those are lock washers?
Oh yeah.
Where?
They're not copper, they'd be squished out. Well, they may be coppers.
I think
that'd
they
be-
were copper.
That would be awesome.
This
if
is
they
copper.
were. Yeah, that would be, but
Well, I think
I've
these
seen
were too.
more. See, the pan bolts here are the same as those, so they end up being lock washers.
You gonna go ahead and use that?
Yeah. He wanted to know if we knew somebody. I'm wondering if I should polish that up before you. Are you going to put it on right now, or?
No, I don't even need it on. I put that on there to test fit it. It hasn't passed inspection, so we're good. I thought I had something, and look what happened. Nothing.
My life.
That's just the way this engine has been. Finicky. This is a finicky baby.
Yeah, I'm gonna say more like an abused child.
It's like it's a ex-wife.
An abused child.
Can't wait to get rid of it.
So is it going to have problems its whole life because it's been abused?
Only if somebody installed crap in it that doesn't work.
Hey, look. So on this horn here.
Horn?
This.
Horn? Yeah.
This. What kind of a thing are you wanting? You're wanting
I think if you get it, well, you probably take a hammer and do it yourself, but have the tube fit over this chamfered part here.
Yeah.
And then make a flange like this one and put it on the tube before you do it, and then just suck it down with the 4 bolts. I think that would be.
You're just trying to eliminate that thing above it.
Yeah, you don't want that shit in there because it's in the way.
So
Because that's what we were trying to do, is get away from that
Right.
region.
yeah, something like this.
Kind of. Oh, that.
Couldn't we bevel that
Well, you
out?
can just take that in the lathe and cut the center out till it fits 4" and then put
Well, what couldn't we make a little extension here? And
Quit-
then have
quit-
it fit
quit.
to this to fit to that.
Don't make a farmer piece out of it for me.
Well,
You've got 3" It shouldn't be 3" on there at all. It's 4". The turbo's 4". Everything's 4".
also I'll cut this.
I'm sorry. Whatever you invested in, that's gone.
This pipe is. You don't want this pipe.
We can't use it.
It's too small.
Well,
Can
it
we
just-
make a tube out of it?
yeah, you can pour oil through it and put it in the side of the motor. Yeah,
Hey!
yeah.
Get off my lawn!
Get off your own lawn.
Joe! Damn it, Joe!
Yeah, I hosed you already.
I'm not always gonna be around to help you, Joe.
I get it.
You need to start listening.
Thank God.
Well, yeah, you could take that and put it on a lathe and save the flange.
How long you been working on that engine?
Not long enough
40 years.
because it doesn't work.
40 years.
I've worked on its sisters and brothers for 45 years.
That's a better
Put
way.
it. There you go. Now you're speaking well.
Yeah.
Well,
Now
I'm learning.
let me tell you,
I'm
you
learning
need to learn to communicate.
Let me tell you.
should take it, just give it to somebody with a lathe and give them 5 minutes to cut the middle of that so it fits over 4" and you're in business. And then you can cut a little taper on the inside of it so that it fits the flared end of the 4" that fits over that,
I wonder if
and it'll be perfect.
that machine shop could do that.
Probably.
You take it to him, maybe.
And then we got to tell him what angle we want to go out of there and everything.
Just no, you don't have to have an angle. See, like yours where you got a 90 on top of it? If you put that flange on there and bolt it to there, put the tube loose in the middle, you can turn it. If you loosen the bolts, you can index it where you want it. And then you decide whether you're going to use a 45 or a 90 or whatever you're going to use there to clear the compressor and the alternator and all that junk on the back of the motor. And that'll
But
make
this is too small.
it's too small.
And we got to go
I mean,
4 inches.
it's actually probably good for what you wanted to use because it fits in the coach better. But 4 inches is what you got to work with. So that's why I just use 4 inch, but that's me.
Okay. Well, this will be at the wrong angle anyway.
We're gonna have to
It's,
run that.
if you go to the truck yard and find a bunch of wrecked trucks, you can get those pipes and have enough plumbing there to make all that, and then that'll help you.
You want aluminum, right? You want to shine it up.
It'd be nice to have.
All right, we've done this before. It just
Don't want
I
to.
just wanted to use what I have.
I understand.
What did we have? About $300 into that thing?
Oh yeah, easily.
Are you shitting me?
And a lot of time. This, not just this one. There's
one other one.
we have one that went from the. We have several of them. One from the turbo.
I'll tell you what. I'm gonna.
That's the kind of flange I want on the end of that 4-inch pipe. It fits over
He
that.
says.
We got him fired later.
But that's the idea I'm working with is that
Is that big enough?
that flared in either. Well, no, if you get it on a 4-inch pipe, it doesn't have to be quite that big, but it's got to slip over that 4-inch piece there.
It's got to slide into here.
Well,
Yeah. This will be all right, right? And it has the connection here.
well,
It doesn't want a 3-inch pipe.
the
Steve.
4-inch. The 4-inch will come down to here, and you'll have that flare right
All
down.
this stuff's too small then.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
3-inch too.
Look at this, beautiful.
Yeah, but the pieces off of that I can use to weld on exhaust pipes. Do you know what this pipe costs? That pipe, $800.
I'll sell it to you.
Well, it's got to have the other end on it.
Sell it to you for 6 right now. 6.
See, these, you can buy these ends from the Detroit store, and they used to be, well, there's the numbers, such a deal. Oh. Anyway, you can buy the ends from the Detroit store. The Americans used to smash them out like that. The Germans took those and had them machined in a lathe out of a solid piece.
The Germans. Here we go with the Germans.
Slave labor.
Well, no,
Are we gonna be able to use any of this stuff anywhere?
He said you can make
probably not.
exhaust pipes out of it.
Lay it down carefully because there's still salvage there, dear.
Deer.
Don't get
you
all
sell me
excited. Yeah, I
Called you
did.
deer heart.
We're getting a little beyond our allotted slots.
So you're okay. I'm gathering that this come out the bottom underneath the oil pan and back up to the blower.
This.
You want to? I'll show you some pictures
had-
of what
Yeah,
Leon did.
We had 2, 3 exhausts. Exhaust manifolds. Two of them.
Yeah, two
So this one side went from the one side, the other side went to the other side. This
Yeah,
went.
it's
This
way
went from the turbo towards the blower.
So
This hooked to the.
there was some drugs involved, right?
There's what? Drugs. Yeah.
In the design.
Yeah, me and Mike.
No, not you guys.
Leon put it up.
Leon
it,
did
it looked
this.
crazy back there.
Well, someone. We couldn't get it. Didn't get a 6-hole exhaust manifold, and then one was stolen, and it was just a pain in the ass.
I get it. I understand.
And so Mike and I took over.
You did good for what you had to work with.
So that's how it goes from the blower
And this
to the behind the engine.
oh, and this
to the turbo.
from the turbo points up.
Yep.
And it just makes a
Yep.
loop around.
then
Just
he-
like it's sitting in
And then
there.
he had his little
Then this
conglomeration going back
Then
there.
this went from both sides of the exhaust manifolds.
Oh, it tied both manifolds together?
Yeah, to the turbo.
I like this.
I can tell you when it's got that, it's aluminized, that is the most sorry shit in the world to weld on. Most guys will take that's all torch welded. Most guys will do it with
This was done in a machine shop.
Yeah, they welded it with a big.
And this was too.
Yeah, that's all you can do with that is weld with a TIG.
So
Are you very good at using TIG?
I've never welded with a TIG. I've welded with a torch.
That's really hard.
I've brazed with a torch. That's the first way I learned how to weld. I did it by learned it all by myself.
So we need to find something to use this stuff for besides
Throwing it away. I have.
You shine that camera up where the plugs are supposed to be.
I gotta find one first. Ah, there's one right there.
Is it plugged?
which one?
Point it.
So I can.
Where's your? I don't know. How do you see where you're going with this thing? Oh, I see.
Yeah. It'll shut off eventually, so you gotta.
Well. Oh. There, the little tiny shiny thing in the black spot is the plug for that rod throw. And that's what I'm looking for at this point in time.
And it's there.
So there should be 6 more of them in this, or 5 more in this thing. So
he probably did do it.
yeah, at least
Well, thank you, Lord.
one of them.
I did one, but I didn't want to do the others.
Yes, I've seen that where they leave one out just as a test program.
No. That would be a slimy thing to do.
Oh, come on.
That'd be like the dentist leaving cotton in your crown.
Creates
It's a vacuum.
That's what old busman Phil was telling us.
Yeah.
He said where that radiator is perfect because it creates the whip and the wind goes in.
Let's walk around that. I want to look a little closer. It's just about going to be minimum. But see what's cool? This is better than a Silver Sides. Silver Sides is different up in here, and it doesn't go this high up. But yeah, just panel it off and find out where you can mount the filter so it clears, or mount it right tight in here, and then come out here and go down to the turbo, whichever way you want to go.
We need to get these gear things taken out of there.
This piece right here can be accessed as if you turn it over and put it back in the hole, then you've got an access panel. Or you can go up even higher here on this piece. I don't know how it'll affect the structure. The 4106s and the Silver Sides will break apart here in the back end.
I've seen that.
And this one looks like it's in good shape. That's amazing.
Well, I'll tell you what. Like I said, we bought this this is 1952. We bought it in 72 or something like that. So 20 years, it was only 20 years old when we bought this.
I think this is the thing you're worried
Yeah.
about. I don't know if you looked at this yet.
No.
We had to cut this all out. It was just a little small
I
hole.
know.
And then we just put this for straight on
Structure,
this.
yeah.
Now here's where the work had to be done because this was straight,
Oh, okay.
and we bent it
Bend it to clear.
and reinforced it and put it back in the same kind of hinge thing that right here
Yeah.
to this.
Yeah.
We moved
So
that
this all
over
ties. Yeah, this
from
was
there
right.
to there. So we've done a lot already.
The only thing I'm thinking now with that cradle, these bars come down, and the bumper is here and it hooks here.
Yeah.
It did go to the cradle right here, where this was, and hooked to the cradle.
That mounts the
Somehow I
cradle to the coach here.
yeah.
There's a ball right here.
No, I'm talking about the bar, the stabilizer bar, that comes down
Yeah.
from here. Then it
It
kind of
ties-
stabilizes it. Well, we
ties-
can't do that anymore because the transmission
is in the way.
is in the way.
The cradle.
So we need to do something to
We'll have to-
stabilize this arm out here
We'll
on the
just have
bumper area.
Figure out what the hell we're gonna do with this.
This stuff might
This would be nice to come up in here like this. Then
Well, we
move
thought about that.
and move it back about 10 inches,
We thought about that.
and then you could make a.
Mike thought about just
Flop down door.
inverting this
That's a good idea.
area.
too. It's just a matter of what tied onto this. A heat shield or something.
Yeah, one of these. It's in the bus, sitting up there in the front.
Okay. I've never seen one with heat shield.
You ain't been around long fixing it with the long bros.
Yeah, I haven't been around a 4103 before ever. I've worked on lots of them, but then none of them one of these.
Well, I think
they must have not made this many of these.
Let's go see how many they made.
this is
1288.
All right, you got that already done.
I already know who my bird is here. This is like, well, that's like that. Those jets that come by here. The guy that mechanics them has got his name on the side of that plane too.
Did you see it?
Yeah.
Yeah. The pilot, he gets to ride in it for free
Yeah.
until he crashes it or boogers it up, and then the guy on the ground beats his butt for that.
This, you know what these are, right?
That's got to be heaters for the front of
That's right.
the bus.
That's right. And those pipes are still up there.
So
Someone just stole my little radiator up front. I don't know who did it too.
I don't know if I still got one. I've got a heater out of an old
Let's go in there. I'll show you what we did.
bus. Let's see, the water pipes for the silver sides come out right there. They're clearly in the way of everything.
This is pretty.
This is a much cleaner setup. Wasn't what they wanted.
No, and it makes sense because what Dad did is he put a board in more this height
Yeah.
instead of having a down, and then he just made it up. Get in, Mike. I want to show him what we did in here. That radiator.
Get down. Look out, guys. Look out. Look out, out.
Worry about
Look
that.
out, out. No,
'Cause that's
out.
where the radiator.
She wants
goes
in here. Look out,
The
out.
little radiator.
Yeah. Most of them, the heaters, like in most buses, are about
I made all
2
that.
feet long.
I redesigned all that. Isn't that special?
Well, we got lights in here now. See, we got a light, and we can turn it on at night when you're traveling or whatever. So
Yeah.
you got floor lights. And then Mike did all the electrical. Yeah, but the pipe's still there.
Plumbing is? Okay.
Yeah.
Oh.
Saving that.
That's for my
The red light district.
turn on my light outside. See, I'm in business now.
See, the pipe's down here, and I plugged it up with a
But
piece of wood.
they make bus heaters that fill up that hole
I'd like to do something.
to have a
That
heater.
air conditioner, and there's a big stuff down under here.
Uh-huh.
I don't know what it is, but
Oh, like
Old-
a radiator or
I have never seen it. And it's in there's some in the back too, under where the bed is.
oh, well, again, if it had air conditioning in it,
It did.
it's got all that air come out of these condensers that were cool in here and blew air through the coach and cooled it.
That's one thing these things really need when you're traveling
Is
is
air.
something. This was great. This is outside air,
Yeah.
and it shoots it under here.
Yeah, there's little vents all along all the way back,
See if it'll come
both
on.
sides.
With the batteries dead, it didn't work too well. And I don't know if I remember how to do it. Not that.
This bus has been sitting more than it's ever been worked.
Yeah.
This one's kind of a rare one.
It's different than every one of them I've ever seen. It's kind of cool. I like that you put the. Is that where the tag was, or did you move it from the dash up there?
I
No, it was down here.
put it
Yeah.
up here.
Dad cut a hole
There was a
because when the soda and everything and the lights
Yeah.
were just, and he was so frustrated, he just cut a hole in that and cut a hole in the top and trying to get.
Find the problem.
Yep.
I think right here there was some words that said this was a people mover, is what it said.
Huh.
People mover.
Well, there it goes. Oh, okay. I see what it did.
Let it go so it.
I love that
Or
thing.
you can see it moving though.
Yeah.
And when it's like centralized air conditioner.
Yeah.
Well, just outside air is what it is.
All the way back, you sit under those.
What it had was a pipe going back.
Yeah.
We took those pipes out. And then it went back there and then it shot everything up through these holes.
Yeah.
And there's a heater and all that stuff was back there and it just...
Can I have one of your drinks?
Mm-hmm.
There's a little ice in them.
Is there?
Yeah.
I like that.
Give me
Just
one of those
right.
Dr. Peppers, Mike. If you would. Please, sir. Yeah, I like this bus. I like the way it looks. Oh, wait. Look what we did there.
Yeah.
You gonna look at that? All that stuff in there? All the... Don't go over,
It
you
does
know.
need latches on it.
It's running.
What happened?
You
Just
cut
go
yourself?
ahead and... Is it locked?
No, not anymore. Wiggles.
You scratched it!
It's a wiggle wobbler. If you wiggle, if it wobbles.
I know a body guy. He can fix that.
Wiggle when you wobble and it won't fall down.
Boy, I think I closed it too soon, don't you?
You vulcanized this baby shut.
Maybe that's a good thing.
Ah. Oh, it's got the factory
Isn't that cool?
factory good stuff right there.
Isn't that funny?
Yeah, and I even fixed the scissors so they work now.
You are just amazing, Joe.
You're a
Look
genius.
up there. First aid.
Yeah, burn treatment, all that. With the regulation stuff on it. That's
We
cool.
must really love this
Made
bus.
with asbestos. No. Maybe.
We must
was
really
nothing
love this
made
bus
without
because
it in
it's
this.
slow.
Yeah.
These vintages. Oh, now it'll never stick shut. We're good.
It was airtight.
No, well, it might have been, but the rubber's about gone.
We could have went underwater with that and it was sealed there.
See, we changed the lights. I think we did a lot of work in here.
okay.
See these lights here? They were in the back window. They all work. We made it. It was for. We made it this. Didn't we make it the step light
It's okay.
driver? And of course, you know how. What happened to them?
I like your speed handle here by the door.
Yeah, that's for opening up the bay doors.
That is a proto speed handle. I had one of them 100 years ago.
That was Dad's stuff.
Yeah. That would be just about appropriate.
You want to see an old shotgun his dad had?
Hmm.
That my dad's dad had. It's a 1913 shotgun, and Dad did his dad a favor and sanded off the stock or the barrel.
Yeah,
He did that same thing with our hot dog machine.
yeah. But
For what?
the old ones were the old ones were cork,
Yep.
and they didn't even have bolt holes in them. When you put them on the motor, what you did, there was 4 bolt holes, and you put 4 bolts in it and stuck it up on the motor, and then your next maneuver was just poke the other bolts through the gasket and put her together. Oh, cool.
They said that was the original. We got it from PC Industries, just
Yeah.
from Troy.
This gasket
Not by much.
I wounded it. It just moved a little bit and broke. Fabulous.
Are you excited?
Yeah.
that? I'm gonna guess it's some of your soda. Or beehive. That wouldn't be the soda because that thing's been gone through. It just you can see some chunks right over here.
Yeah.
I bet it's stuff off that pan.
Looks
Or
like
that.
looks
I
like
bet
a
it's.
mud dauber.
I bet it's stuff off that old valve
Tin
cover.
cover. Could easy be.
You be quiet.
I'm trying.
Here, give me the camera.
Where'd that come from?
Is this cleaned off good enough?
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna guess we're gonna have the pan off one more time. I'm gonna change these springs in here. Those two springs.
Yeah.
Because I don't know what we're gonna get for oil pressure. It'll be interesting to see. But I'm pretty sure that one spring is the wrong spring for this motor.
Did you order one of those from?
Yeah, I got both springs and that spring I need for the governor. That way we got all the right shit at it, so we're good.
Well, I'm sure glad you're looking at it.
Well, so I checked all the clearance and the rods, so it's all good.
It's too bad you can't tell from this side what that timing said it.
Well, that part I can change that later. But see, that's another deal. If you got to take the back end off, I got to take the pan off. So it's, there's no sense putting it on too good. What do we do with the pan bolts? I know somebody handed them to me once, and they were.
I don't know about that unless Steve did.
They were in a bucket of Sunday.
Yeah, they're not cleaned or anything.
I'm gonna clean them.
Well, I was born under a wandering star. I was gonna clean them, but I got lazy.
So you saw paint your wagon too?
Yeah, Merle. What's his name? Merv.
No, it's,
Merv.
it was Clint Eastwood and the guy he played across from John Wayne a bunch of times.
Oh yeah.
I'll think of it in a while.
Yeah. Let's see who thinks of it first. But I'll think of it too. Which is good name.
Lee Marvin.
That was it. I knew it was something with the Merv. Yeah, you did it. Lee Marvin. That's right.
I would have liked to met him in person
Oh, I think he'd been a great guy.
because he was a marlin fisherman.
Oh yeah.
And that's it.
I'll get him. I'll get him.
I'll follow you. You're showing me the way.
Well, that's still got a bunch of that rubber shit all over it.
I know, that's why it's in the solvent part going on. I told her, do not be passing people with this truck, because every truck in the fleet was cut back to harmless. So what she do the first morning, she passes the truck boss going up the steepest grade on the freeway.
On purpose, she knew it.
Well, no, you can't tell one load log
Oh,
apart
okay.
from the back end.
Yeah, but she shouldn't have been passing anybody from her fleet.
Yeah, I give her, there's rules. She chose to violate the rules.
At least let them know she can fight with them.
Well, no, she didn't get what I told her. So when the truck boss caught her, it was like, oh, I get it now.
Did they fire?
No. The truck
'Cause she was too cute.
The truck ran one more week. The timing advance on the front of the motor exploded.
Oh,
They turned that thing back to it would just barely run. It was all better then. You could get out and walk next to it. Not a good thing. This is how you do that.
I see.
Everybody likes to take these wires and wire them to the to the fuel lines, and then tie them to this and that. And it's like you don't do that because it's rather counterproductive.
Well, and those are really big.
Well,
Big and thick. It wouldn't be so.
these
It holds them better.
Well, these are good turkey bands, and they'll be in there when you go to work on it again. But the thing is, you want to have black turkey bands because they're less biodegradable, and it's just a better deal. See, and the units when they run, they do this,
Right.
and then break these off. So if you start losing power on the Jake, you take them apart and then you hold the solenoids down when it's running. And if it squirts oil out of there, you know they're broken. Then you got to take it apart and fix it. It's all special.
So are these good Jakes?
Yeah, so they're 7192s. The only one better is the 7192A model. That's the last ones they made.
So how about our injectors? Are they good?
Can't tell you they're rebuilt by somebody that I have no clue about.
Oh, really? They're rebuilt?
Oh yeah.
What are they? 75s?
Yeah.
In 75s?
Yeah.
You
I would have put 80s in it
Yeah.
because it doesn't change a lot of how the motor works. But as far as throttle response and the way it works, the way the barrel and plunger is in there.
If I'm trying to beat my boss up a hill, I could do it.
Oh yeah. Well, see, that'd put this in at 300 horsepower.
See, I'm not worried about beating anybody anywhere.
Well, yeah, I understand that. You just want to have it durable.